Asamaba, kwasi kwati, kasama former Kennedy Agyapong. Wakasa papa. Was it Northern NPP? Kennedy fie. Before no kobo kasama Mahamudu Bawumia, but say on person ko join Kennedy. No church mukra almost on peseka Kennedy yi omo vice. Yi vice ni free north. Mi mam kasama pi mo mien koti.
Ken will win.
Kwasi kwate, we are sure.
Ken will win. Sure. Me first on now me family phone say of course we don't run campaign on social media, but it's a model that you can also use to determine the mood of people and how people are appreciating issue. I've called people, about 10 people randomly, and asked them, say, is it because I support Ken and I push Ken matter so much? It appears that an algorithm is so programmed, say, Ubiophobia, Ken. Me TikTok, I have an account there by minimum. Almost all Kohonswa, sir. Almost all Twitter, sir. Almost all baby, sir. And the mood of the nation is so right for Ken. Now, with nano abysmal performance here, show ye, me sure say there is going to be a reward for any second chance. There is not going to be a reward for second chance. Where party for them, I mean, let's face the reality. NDC has having conversations. Say President Mahama is coming from the northern part of the country. And to a free while, they say one more may also repeat a candidate coming from the northern part of the country. So by way of strategy, one more cry adjust you. So how much more? Yeah. What I say, and now politics have always insisted politics is a game of strategy. Nobody goes into a war within the weaker foot. And now I'm trying to be or social media and I'm post to you. Because people should be bold to vote on religious and
come on, but I read it yesterday.
I like controversial stuff.
Yes.
And not necessarily controversial, but you see, these are a normal if you interview the majority of people in their own close sector, and there will be a commercial. But it's not something that they can discuss. But I think there can be a polite and holistic way we can still address this and have a conversation about it. Ken has started his campaign. Why Western North? Why Bono? Why Bono East? Why Ahafo? Why Bono East? I am so much confident that these four regions, Hawaiian, he will win. Maybe I may say be yentimi mama che na nkostro bebre kese pa the Bono East. The Bono East in so no o hwe fiti kentamponi ade nso kona yenuano so almost free the northern part of the country bebre so ho. And ade ba akwa Dr. Bawumia team has been able to do so well so far as this campaign is concerned has been their northern solidarity in NPP, not in Ghana. When it comes to in Ghana, there is a popularity no from, but in NPP, you know, I think say one more team are solidarize on base. But we are also going there to also campaign. In the measure say before one kwana a foreign so no, we've watered out the impact. So I'm exceedingly convinced. Now second, when we near Namasum Krogu Ghana how I saw for baby any moon comes say baby. Baby who about 90% we don't even know them. Me apart from also for Bernarda, I know him personally. I visited his church. I have a relationship with him. Say me papa say madam for no. About 90% of all mo share can come in. Inti a Christian for kwan fan with him. Second we know mo kura bambugu nyamesom ho. Say obia na ke. Aso for I say nkom ko be 100. Na anya de senka nyakopon na ni maguasio. Which nyameso anim ntimi nya de enwase.
Because I also saw an infographics be flying say Ken Agyapong sets up anti-election rigging squad.
Yes.
Is it true?
Yes.
I don't know about setting up anti.
First of all, the anti-rigging elections team or squad or initiative is not only to protect Kennedy Agyapong's votes. One is to make sure say Dr. Kennedy Agyapong votes will be in. Two is to make sure say votes are Dr. Bawumia and the votes per and open Jojo Rokin Mabaso. Again, is to make sure say me and Papa Dr. L said that you vote to Benyan will count the same vote for you.
No, Obiasma. Rigging election.
Kennedy Agyapong also vote to Benyan. But more example, you got two about last election, last primary secretary. Who said Dr. Bawumia 100%, 99.3%, almost 100%.
Yes.
One more, you have to about in November, the prime minister to nothing November 4th. You have to about between November to the next prime minister to parliamentary prime minister was just December and them. You a very key analysis na me you. One more 2 years, Dr. Bawumia ba contest be lose here. The same constituency. Olusu ya no onzo court na case okoye. Ose sa album na de to ya Dr. Bawumia nya 100%. Sa album no enipa na ewu mu 4 eto sa bana wono moto ya Olusu parliamentary. Between December no enipa na no December no 9 bomu sa. Na ewu over the period even before November 9th. Yes, though they recorded 100%. Say one more everybody in the album went to vote. And everybody also voted for him. So our case is that we are making a very strong case for the sanity of elections in the NPP. We want to restore confidence in the NPP.
But the party has restored confidence already by saying, we are making.
But what is illegal about?
It's not illegal, but I say, oh yes, sir. Maybe sir, are you not creating? I mean, something beyond. Top as all say, oh. And kind of obi area into me obi wiame into this time when indeed you know say the party in itself
the person can say you crowd the Dr. Bawumia the person born ho ban
wasmamo
you person mu be
wasmamo
the votes obenya me I don't see him getting more than 31% in this election and we want to protect him say the votes obenya no ye manon ko say wonya 31% ochana manon ko say we are Dr. Bawumia 31% e bia votes ni bi o man ko kan ni na ko di Brian Champo na ve we na Dr. Bawumia obi wa ko bi pe Dr. Muano number 12%. So onu kra mpo na ya ma no we want to protect everybody, the sanctity of the process, so that everybody's vote will be counted for him. We say I'm not doing same quite. One for if you had 7 votes, we'll count the 7 votes for you. If Dr. Luchum 100 votes, we count 100 votes a man. If Dr. Brian Champo 20, we count 20 votes a man. The Kennedy Agyapong 1,000 votes, we count 1,000 a man. That's what we want to do. So we are only building a system that will ensure the sanctity and integrity of the electoral process.
See,
that includes everything.
Okay,
that includes everything.
You and your campaign team, do you trust the party to do a good job during the elections?
Yeah, but no, I mean, even if you trust somebody, does not necessarily mean that you also not take care of yourself. What I say, the fact that you trust some or our I don't know. You may trust your partner, but I don't just say you won't take care of yourself. You also have to take care of yourself. And I don't think it's so much of a rebellious mindset. No, it's not really a rebellious mindset, but it has more to do with deepening the integrity of the process. What the party is doing, we are also committing to it much. If the party wants to ensure a clean and fair process, why can't we also put mechanisms to ensure and help the party to achieve that?
Because more doubt, Anna.
No, what we want to do is to create a situation where we protect the votes to the extent that the sanctity and the integrity of the process will be upheld. And I am very confident. Say it to me, yes, Adana, Kennedy Agyapong will win more than 60%. I'm very confident. Say it to me, yes, Adana, Kennedy Agyapong will win more than 60%. I mean, you shouldn't be rebel, but you should always think beyond good. That is not being doubtful. No, that's not being doubtful. That essentially means that you are prepared and you are willing to say that you are letting people's vote count. When people start to let your vote count. Now let your vote count. We can't let people's vote count. People's vote will be counted.
Okay, so this is not the first time Mako election, presidential elections. You had issues with a previous one, right?
Oh, you mean Kennedy Agyapong's
Yes, Kennedy Agyapong.
Yeah, we're not satisfied with the whole process.
Okay.
It's natural.
And one of the major ones was about the counting.
Oh, not necessarily. You see why I'm a bit evasive about this, because you see, I mean, it's a matter of strategy. You can't go into the details of it. Yeah, the enemy the yehu, and the enemy the ate, and the enemy the suya yes.
The nan one semunti.
The American say the enemy the yehu, the enemy the ate, yes, the American. We have learned, and we have also learned as part of a normal yesuano. One of them is to also learn in a way a bit more protect the sanctity and the integrity of the electoral process that I have. It's not really about Ken, it's about what the grassroots want. The party for near the EP, their self for near the EP. And they will GDS say, yeah, myself for no, their votes matters. Let their voices be heard. Because I say for who take Ghana for in Ghana for say the Ken bomb where the Omobeto. And to watch now one here, maybe I say for no can, maybe even I mean sometimes it may not even be almost said that but sometimes it may be an arithmetic error, administrative error. You go Supreme Court, much about comes clerical error. It be a Dr. Bawumia 17, over here the 1 question and 9,117. The votes of the people have not been counted. It does not reflect their intentions, and that is why we want to protect it.
It is a band that also say be a Kenya 17, but to be near the end of 117.
Why not? Why not? If that's what I'm saying, that we want to ensure that vote will be a Benyano. Only Paconia vote na. That's a way the big deal. Who say, Yabena said, and a mention. And the question of us, I said, will be anywhere. Or then the strategy by the details of it, but the assurance I'm giving to every Ken member. One more Muabuchi and no more Mutie. My uncle back my for Kenya Monabaso. For instance, a movement for youth movement for Ken or more Canada. Opening Amako Francis or more or Swatch up and for Kenya Monabaso. Yeah, more Munina Tifitabuchi for Besigana for say, if we are going to vote for Kenya, and you should cry because your vote will be counted. Intimidation be anywhere by the Ebebaho. Obie who so bit my bed, Ebehu be a Debbie, I know the Enyajuma. Said now, no, you got to a banner one raging back for 100%. You got to general election. No, but it should have reflected that the issue, the 100%, no, if indeed it was true and genuine, should have be populated. It should have been a sample. That gave an indication of how well the people were willing to accept him. But it can be say one more Mokoya Jumadi votes na ban 100% comes and vote for you. Then in the same polling stations you get 0. Nti adi we wona esa akokwa na same way wona oye kena ho say nipa no so okoto aba onya 100% e woni krom in the constituency in the region one obo 100%. Some kofo no ko general election. Some of the polling stations omokoto your record 100% onya 0.
Yeah, but the MPP for the two abano.
No, but MPP for the two abano.
National.
Yeah, MPP, yes, national. But the 5 saying the 5 polling station for no Mokotoma prime is only 100%. No, say polling station be in nipa 5. Say nipa 5 no. One more the only MPP for keke. One way delegates. There's one also about general election point and the competitive and the straight MPP. Who names a MPP now go in and the whole 0. Now to one me they aso kwada no attention na on. So the engagement. No, it won't work. We are 100% of police station, but the same police station, a general election, they are 0. One more to 100% no more here. Some people for no more to no more here. And the other common to 3%, but you have 0. So why should you trust say that 100% now in organic? And I can be coincidence say you go to general election, delegates a cotoma or 100% of police station biar. On this time one about 30 police station 0. A do election no munine.
Good morning. I'm Wokan from Bantama in the Senate West District. The next Dr. Kwame Nkrumah is Honorable Kennedy Agyapong because he certainly cuts a distinctive figure with his spoken, bold and confident style. He fit for a leader to the good people of Senate West. Spoke as a businessman, not a politician. These are the key qualities that makes him a strong presidential candidate for the NPP. Let's get Ken connected. We Okan from Bantama or the Ebaye. Now, maybe says the same way. There's this argument that your candidate seems to more or less attack Dr. Bawumia one way or the other. I don't know whether that perception keeps running or a reality on ground, Sana.
No, I need a basis for such comments.
Okay.
I'll say a day and okay, attack on Dr. Bawumia. You see, let's face the fact. If you are going for election, certainly you mention your opponent's name. We are not contesting yourself. And then one way election now, and there is a basis of comparison. Dr. Bawumia is a data person. He believes in data. And so when people questions the data on his own performance, I'm not sure that will be an attack. The campaign message can see a pie so see and because MPP will be a twasso or consistency, yes. And that is he then made argument borrowing the history of the party and the same history of the party, if you are looking at the true history of the party in that broader context, from where the party was established from 92 till now, you realize that Obi Atwado to be has always been contingent on Nipano performance. How do we say it? how or born home how or see a born home model. That has always been the contingent or the caveats or the. And if you go and say I'm found twice now for now akufado no I'm fair do I will remind you that this is the true history. One more home there.
But he's not the only candidate. There are a lot of candidates. Why would your
candidate be na?
Say you Dr. Brian Woho, Dr.
No, but if I question you, so be uncle election. Dr. Dutu so be uncle election man perform poorly. It's only Dr. Bawumia no election perform poorly. In that basis, I don't think there's so wrong if I borrow the performance to make a case. Aside that, me just was Ken Agyapong now I can be busy. And I think one also was in response to him say, Honorable Chairman Sabum, so I'm told so can say Ken and Timin Cabral for now would no committee near IMF near there but I could do and Ken responded by we are money. But just say I don't even think say person be the president of Ghana have as I get about to me IMF. Yes, we are not ready to come and perform. Because IMF I say hospital. Nobody goes to IMF or nobody goes to hospital, you are in a good condition. You go to hospital when you are not in a good condition. But if you are eating healthy, you are exercising, you are dieting so well, you are having rest, why do you even think of hospital in the first place? What I say?
Check up.
Check up is different from say, in IMF, check up there. Check up in this context will be going into the international market to go and seek investors.
Okay.
But now Okoji loan there. And no now Okoji. It's the same thing. And Kenny says it will be it's even shallow thinking to even think of that even in the first place. Say but President Magana say Okoji loan. We really the president that will create jobs for us. And I've always maintained that if you look at the first industrial evolution, second industrial evolution, third and fourth industrial evolution, we always at the consumption end as a country. And we need to go back to the basics and leapfrog. And that's why Ken talks about the agriculture and tourism as his main focus or the best of mine. And of course, he also talks about decentralization. Oshe is a greater cry. Greater cry is almost choke. Not even about the chokiness, but we also have to stimulate growth in the other parts of the country. So, 24-hour economy, it's not artificial. It's not artificially generated. It's based on demand and supply. My more example, from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Kumasi boss pa, the day of pa. A do Sunday numre na Kumasi go. Umar go be free. Yeah, kwa ye no be a bankai. Obi free ko be oyede oyene nyumazo. So literally it becomes a ghost city or ghost town. And that activity we none where ye kwa ye kesi. Wo the correct obi wo hobi wa. Obi akọ. What I say? So in order to make Kumasi more active, why can't we take about 2 or 3 ministries to Kumasi? Agencies in alcohol. Then if anybody who wants to transact then goes to Kumasi to go and transact. Why can't we take Ministry of Education to Central Region? Say what kind of schools in Ansasi. Anybody who wants to go and transact with the ministry and all these agencies. So that you have people moving across all the regions. Or qua are there so behind hotel at them. Or better you are Eddie. One so much channel. So call we pay
but I don't mind your cost too.
What say?
Oh my cost.
No, but no more free time labor Accra the more your cost. Oh, that's not your cost. Obi Frisunya Bakra, they be on the cost. Now, so Frisunya qua Santa Regina, so Ebeboano. Joso, Ministry Busu Santa Regina, not also for Haka, say, it's fair. And everything must not necessarily be Accra. Okay. So that is Ken's vision, the practical approach. And you'll be Biana, more ideas. And at the end of the day, I've always maintained, say, you need to be a we are on the or what some supreme and mystical ideas no. Our problems are always the same. Our problems are systemic. Our solutions is not about ideas. Our solution has to do with pragmatic implementation. So, Galamsey, the ideas are the solve Galamsey. It's an implementation issue, and the implementation issue stems from the inability to enforce the regulations in your compliance. That's all. In general, I ideas documents. I don't even read them because I don't believe in them. At the end of the year, said the regulations are there. If there is an enforcement of the regulations, so it's an enforcement.